Okay, good morning. So I just woke up, but we need to get some work done today. Good thing is the other stuff is pretty much completed. The horror outline has been done. We'll get to that later. We're gonna do some script writing for that later, but we need to focus more on this right now because this one should be done probably not today, but maybe the next couple of days or so, but we're getting there. I still got like about 2 weeks left, so this video will be done eventually, but we have to finish script writing first. So today's gonna be a long streaming day as usual. I'll work on this for like an hour, then I gotta work on Golden Sun because I actually dubbed it already, and I started going over the audio just to cut down on some fuck ups, but for the most part that's good to go. So let's finish off this script and try to get this released in a timely fashion. This will be released before I go back to my duty station, but definitely we're on the right path. We just got to keep on taking breaks because it's currently hot in here. It's about 84 degrees, so I'm not trying to die. Last night I did this stream, but it was just way too hot, so I decided just to not come back. All right, anyways, we dilly-dallied enough. Let's get started with this. Also, looks like this mic is, I'm gonna be taking this mic back with me. People are actually enjoying this mic, so it's good. This used to be my Twitch setup from back in the day. It used when I used to do Twitch, so I just always kept it. So, all right, let's see. What did we talk? We were on section 15 last time, I believe. Yeah, we were. Okay. Section 15 was let's see. Let me reread section 15 to see where we are. God damn. Section 15 out of 24. Holy fuck. Oh, so we talked about her portrayal in Granblue Versus. Okay. So what we can do... Yeah, we talked about her portrayal. What we can do is talk about audio, actually. Yeah, let's talk about... we can talk about visual and audio subtext. We've done that before in the past, so... Hey, good morning, Kat. Hello, Sophie. She's still pissed at me. Okay. Okay. So we'll work on this for an hour. I'll properly get up because I'm still like tired as fuck. Then I'll take care of IRL stuff. I gotta work out. Then I'll work on Golden Sun for an hour so I can finish actually going over the audio. Then we'll come back and we'll do this again. Later tonight I'll start script writing for the other video. But again, I'm working on 3 projects at the same time while I'm on vacation. Okay, so section 16, we'll do this as visual and audio subtext. Okay, it's fine. Okay. All right. So when it comes to Vira, move this down a little bit. Whoops. Vira is this character. Yeah, she's a character built on contrast. I can fucking spell it right now. Built on contrast between in appearance, between appearance and reality. Elegance and instability. Affection. I did not spell that right. Instability. So affection, and obsession. These contradictions are not just written, are not just Jesus Christ, are not just written. I'm not used to having the boom arm up. I really don't use a boom arm. My desk really doesn't have the proper provisions for one. So I would always use this, but as you can see, it's really, really tiny. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the boom arm back with me, and I'll see what I can do. But again, my barracks desk doesn't have provisions for boom arm either, so I'll figure something out. But having the boom arm right here in my keyboard area is kind of like oof. So I might have to move my keyboard back a little bit. Yeah, let me move my keyboard back. Yeah, that's a good area. Okay, good. So I think we're good right here. These contradictions are not written. They're not just written. They're not just written. Give me a second. They're not just written. Contradictions are not just written. Are not just written. Are not just written. Not just written. It's a herd. Or a dialogue. They are embedded. They are embedded in respect. Presentation. Details. Okay. Oh my god. This is how you know I'm still just really tired. I am actually really tired right now. Because technically, I'm 2 hours behind back at the duty station, so it's technically 5:35 over there. So this is actually when I'm waking up every day for morning PT. Being up at 7:34 here is like, oh crap. My body still hasn't gotten used to this. Okay, so visually Vira is restrained, actually. Well, sort of restrained. She's, for her lack of armor, again, we're talking about normal Vira here. Her lack of armor, she's casual for the most, dressed casually for the most part. So her outfit is soft, sort of, and I quote, compared to Katalina's full-blown I'm a knight besides wearing a helmet. Her install mode is she follows a very funny trope in her install mode. We get armor, but we get we don't protect the essential areas. Why the fuck is I don't know. Y'all know what I mean. When people get armor, but it's actually not armor. It's just overly sexualized pieces of equipment that does not protect the more important areas, like your damn stomach. Imagine that. I do gotta admit, Vira's colors palettes are great. Why did I spell? Oh god. Her color palette is soft. Refined is good to use here. So. But yeah, pale gold. Muted whites and deep red. Deep reds. Yeah, that's pretty much her scheme right there. Besides the dramatic boots, but yeah, it's usually pale gold, muted whites, and red put together, so it's not that bad. Okay. Visual language. Visual language suggests. Yeah, Yeah, the best way for me to describe her is she's like she's like a princess that's training. That stereotype. She looks like she's royal, like a aristocrat going to train. Yeah, like yeah, that's usually what they wear. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just go with that. It's too early to think. We'll go with that. Visual language suggests nobility. Yeah, nobility, restraint, and composure, which is far from it. That's for sure. Composure, but these hues are also bold. So hear me out. They evoke the distant. I'm gonna stream this for an hour because I gotta go wake up my dog because I know he's gonna start barking soon to go use the bathroom. Because he can't be like you. At least you go to your litter box. But it's that time of the year where she starts vomiting because of her fur starts coming out because of how hot it is. So yeah. The fur balls get pretty hilarious because she does it in the most randomest places. I'm just waiting for her to do. No, she did it on me one time. Like, dude, what the fuck? This is disgusting but hilarious. Okay. Oh, distance, empty. I really should have came back last night, but it was just way too hot in here. This is the only place in my house that just gets steaming hot. Like the ventilation up here is just terrible. I live in a very I live in a Victorian house, so this area is the only place that really doesn't have like good ventilation, which kind of sucks. But it's just something I gotta add on to this house later on in life. So in a sense, it's a contrast to Katalina's. Yeah, it's a contrast to Katalina. Katalina's colors. Yeah, Katalina is like the most. I'm not bashing Katalina at all, but she's like the most generic looking knight, female knight imaginable. Yeah, she really is. I'm trying to think of an analogy right now. Give me a second. Where Catalina's colors shine with nightly warmth, Vira's feel more like a... Nah, okay. I guess, but where Catalina's colors shine with nightly warmth, Vira's feels more lifeless. Huh. That's fine. We don't need to go that much into detail about it. So I've alluded to her outfit, so I guess we can talk about her outfit now. So her outfit's like really like just modest. Her outfit is modest, even reserved. Oh my god. Go back to school. Even reserved. Evoking Evoking the image of upper lady. Rather than a warrior. Rather than a warrior. Yeah, rather than a warrior sounds good to use here. Rather than a warrior. There is subtle. I can spell it right now, but there is subtle discomforts. There is subtle discomfort in that image. But there's subtle discomfort in that image. The contrast between it's like the biggest it's like the one of the biggest oxymorons imaginable. You're dressed like a proper lady, but you're just batshit insane. So it's like it's a contradiction. She's not batshit insane, but you know what I'm getting at. Wow, I'm using dissonance in something else that's not a horror video? Holy shit. I can't believe I'm actually gonna be using dissonance here. Dissonance that lingers. Yep, that's good. She is stressed. That's good. Not protection. That I'm not even joking. Like, her outfit is definitely like leaves a lot to be desired. It's like, holy shit. Like, there's little to no form of protection whatsoever. $7:45. Okay. What time is it? All right, 20 minutes. Okay. Again, I'm gonna be streaming for a little while longer. I definitely gotta wake up the dog so he can I can bring him on the walk and so he can use the bathroom. Because I know if I don't do that soon, he's gonna start barking. And I'm on the 3rd floor of my house right now, and I can hear him from all the way downstairs. He's a big old boy. You're just chilling. I worry about her sometimes because she's been stealing plushes back there. She just brings them in the most randomest area. I caught her with Blaze the cat the other day, bringing Blaze to her little box, dragged her by the tail. Like, yo, there's some funny irony here. All right, back to this. As if designed to be seen and not. Yes, 5:45. I know it's not 5:45. My wristwatch. I have like 3 alarms back at the barracks just in case. I'm not trying to take that chance of being late for formation. But yeah, my wrist alarm just went off. It's 5:45 in the morning back there. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm up. Okay. As if designed to be seen, not defended. Okay, let's see what I got so far. Because I've talked about her visually, but I got to talk about the sound, her vocals soon. Defended. Okay. Vira is a character built on contrast between appearance and reality, elegance and instability, affection and obsession. These contradictions are not just written into her dialogue, they are embedded in every aspect of her presentation, down to the finest details of her voice, design, and presence. Her palette is soft, refined, pale gold. Her palette is soft, refined, pale gold, muted whites, deep reds. The visual language suggests nobility, restraint, and composure, but these hues are also cold. They evoke distance, emptiness, and unspoken grief. Where Katalina's colors shine with nightly warmth, Vira's feel more lifeless. Her outfit is modest, even reserved, evoking the image of a proper lady rather than a warrior. But there is subtle discomfort in that image. The contrast between her demure appearance and violent intensity creates a dissonance that lingers. She is dressed for admiration, but not protection, as if designed to be seen, not defended. Okay, that's cool. I'm on page 13. The Golden Sun video, the script itself, when I started actually dubbing it, was about 9 pages, and that was 40 minutes. No. It was, yeah, it was 6 pages at least, and that was 40 minutes. So holy fuck, this is gonna be at least an hour. This is gonna be way longer than an hour. I'm probably pushing 2 here. I haven't released a 1 hour plus video in a long time, and those are usually for lore files, which I have to do one soon. The last one I did was like a month ago with Resident Evil 1, so I'm gonna do something different this time. I have a lot of projects I have in mind. I just gotta make the time. I do have the time. It's just I gotta prioritize work. So I just don't have a lot of hours in the day to actually work because army life is top priority right now. Okay, so we've talked about we've gone into detail about her visually. Now we have to talk about her. We got to talk about her sound cues, I guess. But we can still go into a little more details about the visual aspect of Vira because visually she definitely has a lot going for her. Again, all right, well. Let's talk about the eyes again. We can go a little bit more detail about the eyes. Because again, if you've played the game, you'll know, like, damn, her eyes, they want you to focus on her eyes. They're fully detailed when she's quote-unquote calm. We'll have to go into a little bit more detail about that. Actually, I'm gonna keep that. We're gonna be doing some verbal shenanigans real quick. Fuck, I have to do quote research later. I left my quote book back at home, other home. Fuck. Okay, this is fine. All right, right now we'll focus more on this, and I'll deal with that tragedy later. Okay, we're gonna be doing some verbal shenanigans right now. So when obsession fades, Yeah, definitely. All right, we do something. We're being cheeky right now. The detail fades. Yeah, they grow vacant. It's details. Okay, I got something. I'll be here all week. Becoming mirrors of her inner collapse. Oh yeah, here we go. We're being cringy early in the morning. If I can actually spell right now. Oh my god. Oh Jesus Christ. Of her inner collapse. Yeah, we'll use collapse. Yeah, collapse is fine. Of her inner collapse. I can go further with this, but let me read this again. Her eyes, once again, are the key to her emotional state. When calm, they carry a strange clarity, almost too clear, too focused. But when obsession surfaces, the detail fades. They grow vacant and become less detailed. I gotta fix it. I have to fix it. Okay, alright, yeah. Less detailed. Becoming mirrors of her inner collapse. There we go. Oh yeah, we're being cringy as fuck right now. Yeah, becoming mirrors of her inner collapse. Well, yes, we can go further about this, which we're gonna do. Becoming mirrors of her inner collapse. What do I think when I see Vira doing this? What do I personally think? I use Vira. It's a spectacle. Okay. It's not... It's indeed a spectacle. It's not madness. It's not madness for spectacle. It's not madness for spectacle. It's detachment from the self, which is a visual metaphor from the self. A visual metaphor. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a bit because now we've talked about her outfit, but now we have to talk about her body language. We gotta talk about her body language. We gotta talk about her voice. Oh my god, yeah, this is gonna be a long section actually. Holy shit. Yeah, we definitely have to talk about that. So, okay, so even her body language. Even her body language betrays a careful mask. What I mean by that is, again, look at how she looks. She looks like she's a proper aristocrat, a noble lady, but her body language definitely breaks that mask. Like, no. If you look at Vira, how Vira fights and how her like neutral animations are, it's like, wow, this is a complete 180 based on how you look. Betrays a careful mask. I'm tired of talking about masks. That Rosa video was a lot of masks. Holy shit. That was a fun video to do. It really was. erasure. Is always. Formal, upright. It's controlled. We're not gonna deny, like, her neutral idol stance is stupidly aggressive looking compared to like Katalina's more. Katalina's neutral looks like she's a proper aristocratic knight. Vira's like, okay, I'm gonna just kill somebody here. What's a very aggressive idle animation. She sports a very aggressive idle. A very aggressive idle animation. He's kind of cheesing a little bit. Somewhat deranged smile. A somewhat deranged smile. Oh yeah. Well, how can I forget? You'll get someone who's just so happy to be in a fight right now. Like her visually and audio cues in a fight are just hilarious. Okay. Can we talk? I think we can talk about. Okay, I think we're good. We can talk about sound because sound is the icing on the cake. Like we talked about how she visually looks, how she fights. Now it's the vocal. Like holy shit! When it comes to the vocal aspect, it's just you get peak entertainment. Her VA does a very good job, and again, for people that play Hyperdimension Neptunia, it's like Vira shares the same voice actress as Noir, so you just have a batshit crazy Noir just having the time of her life in a fight. Is that completes? I'll probably wrap it up after this because it's just, I definitely got to go wake up that dog. I went downstairs earlier into his to the den, and he was just knocked out. I'm like, hey, you got to get up, and he just looked at me and went right to bed. I'm like, okay, you're being that guy today. Like whenever I'm sleeping, I hear woof woof woof. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta go be the good owner. But when I want to wake you up, it's like, nah, man, we do things on my terms. Okay, I'm not gonna say you. I'm not gonna say you. Do not write it. Okay, good. I was close. I was close. I had to stop myself. Actor. Whoops. And I wrote something completely stupid. Vira's voice actor modulates. Voice actress, actually. Modulates her tone. Her tone with precision and really good precision. And I did not spell that right because of course I didn't spell that right with precision. Soft and reverent when speaking. When speaking of Katalina, yeah, Katalina. We can go into a little detail. We definitely have to go into a little bit more detail here. Clipped and emotionless. Clipped and emotionless. When dealing with enemies. And I have to get. I have Granblue on my laptop. I don't have it. I don't have it on this computer right now, so I have to install that later. Not yet. I don't really need it right now, but it's on my laptop, and I'm not losing my laptop right now. Flipped and emotionless when dealing with enemies. And page 14. I hate myself right now. And unhinged. In combat. If you're not playing Vira in Japanese and Granblue Versus, you're doing yourself a disservice. Not to say that the English VA is bad, but holy shit, like you get full blown carnage when you're dealing with Vira in Japanese. It's just all over the place, and it's amazing. So in a sense, it's a masterclass. I use masterclass a lot in my horror videos. It's a masterclass in layered performance. Oh my god. So as mentioned, I'll be wrapping this up pretty soon because I gotta go take care of the doggo. After that, I gotta work out. Then I'll work on I have to work on Golden Sun, which is in Golden Sun's in the editing phase right now, so I've already dubbed it. I'm just going over 40 minutes worth of dialogue just to fix the audio, because once you're reading scripts, it actually gets annoying, because it's really annoying. I gotta get rid of the especially with me, because that happens a lot because of the injury. Like sometimes I'm gasping for air when I talk for long periods. It's not as crazy as I'm making it seem like. It's just a minor inconvenience. It comes with the territory. I got a chest injury, so it's pretty crazy. But besides that, I just gotta go over it. I'm not doing it all at once. I'm just doing like at least like 30 minutes worth of work, then take a break and do something else. But I'll probably just be doing this one the entire day. Then later on tonight, I'll start the script writing for the horror one, because this one has to get done soon. We're almost done, actually. We're a couple more sections, because I had 24 sections planned out, so I don't think I'm going to be adding any more because I think I've gone well into detail. I wasn't trying to leave any stone uncovered because there's a lot of things we had to talk about, but for the most part, I think we're doing good here. So where was I with this? It's a masterclass in layered performance. Sensing not just one woman. But the fragments of one trying to, yeah, okay. But the fragments of one barely holding together. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think that's good. Fragments of one barely holding together. That's not a good way to end that sentence, though. All right, we're gonna be cheesy as fuck here. I need to end this. I don't think I need to add any more to visual and audio subtext, but I need to probably finish this off with a good sentence. I'll be cringy. All right. Okay. She is not chaos. She is the order before it breaks. Oh, yeah. Yep, we're going cringy. She is the order before it breaks. Okay. So let me read this over again. Then again, I gotta go do, be a good boy and actually feed my dog and wake him up. I gotta wake him up, bring him outside, take him on a walk, use the bathroom, then it's like breakfast time. Okay, so section 16. Vira is a character. All right, let me take this off real quick. So, Vira is a character built on contrast between appearance and reality, elegance and instability, affection and obsession. These contradictions are not just written into her dialogue, they are embedded in every aspect of her presentation, down to the finest details of her voice, design, and presence. Her color palette is soft, refined, pale gold, muted whites, deep reds. The visual language suggests nobility, restraint, and composure, but these hues are also cold. They evoke distance, emptiness, and unspoken grief. Where Katalina's colors shine with nightly warmth, Vira's feel more lifeless. Her outfit is modest, even reserved, evoking the image of a proper lady rather than a warrior. But there is subtle There is subtle discomfort in that image. The contrast between her demure appearance and violent intensity creates a dissonance that lingers. She is dressed for admiration, but not protection, as if designed to be seen, not defended. Her eyes, once again, are a key to her emotional state. When calm, they carry a strange clarity, almost too clear, too focused. But when obsession surfaces, the detail fades. They grow vacant, less detailed. They grow vacant and less detailed, becoming mirrors of inner collapse. It's not madness for spectacle, it's detachment from the self, a visual metaphor for identity breakdown. Even her body language betrays a careful mask. Her visual appearance is always formal, upright, and controlled, which is a direct contradiction to her animations. Always proofread your stuff, because you find oofs like this, which is a direct contradiction to her animations. Vira sports a very aggressive idle animation, a somewhat deranged smile, displaying okay, sorry. Base. So we need to definitely add that. I need to be more specific. So Vira sports a very aggressive idle animation, displaying a somewhat deranged smile on her face and intense mannerisms that show she is taking pleasure in the fight. The voice acting completes the illusion. Vira's voice actress modulates her tone precision. Let's fix that. There you go. Vira's voice actress modulates her tone precision, soft and reverent when speaking of Katalina, clipped and emotionless when dealing with enemies, and unhinged when in combat. It's a masterclass later in performance, presenting not just one woman, but fragments of one, barely holding together. She is not chaos. She is the order before it breaks. Oh my god. I'll be here all week, people. Be here all week. Okay, so this sounds good. So again, later on, after like probably lunch, I'll be working on this again. Like I'm gonna be working on this like the whole day, alongside working on Golden Sun, but that's something off stream. So be expecting another stream pretty soon. We'll be going on to section 17 next, which I have no idea what it is because I gotta go look at my outline, which is downstairs in my office. All right, take care. I'll see people later for the other stream. Bye.